We are officially in the dead days of Madden 22 if we weren't already. Only content drop this week is going to be on Friday and Saturday. So if this does continue, do expect a lot fewer uploads during the week just because there's no content to make videos on. There's, less interest in the game from a lot of you guys. So yeah, do expect a little bit less, content. I've already didn't upload Monday, Tuesday. But we are officially in those dead days of month, but another month has gone by. So today I'm going to be bringing you guys the final safety tier list of Madden 22. Not that many new safeties over the last month, but we are still going to go over them and put them on the tier list. So here is the updated safety tier list. Not really any movement. We do have a couple guys dropping down: Brian Dawkins, Jimmy Graham, Julio Jones. Same names at the top: Cam Chancellor, Sean Taylor, Ronnie Harrison, and a lot of the guys that we're going over today are gonna be, S tier guys, because we're at that point of the year where the only cards that are coming out are, the cream of the crop, the golden tickets, the ultimate legends. So a lot of the guys are top tier safeties, but we do have about maybe 10 safeties to go over today. So let's just get started with my man Lewis. I still don't know how to say his last name, but Lewis Sign, or is it Lewis Kine? I don't know how you say his name, but let's start with him. So here is Lewis Sign or Kine, and he was in our players for under 100k video, going for about 70k right now. 6'1", 97 speed, good acceleration, good tackling, decent pursuit, can play man, can play zone, the hit power's there, even pretty good Playwreck. And a lot of these rookie cards, they kind of have low Playwreck on the defensive side of the ball. You see that with the corners, but yeah, 91 COD is pretty solid, decent impact block, 86 tackling, I think I already said that, the pursuit's there, all that stuff's there. So there is Lewis, and we are going to be throwing him at high B tier. I like the speed and the height combination for sure. I think it definitely makes this card worth looking at, especially if you have, if you have a Vikings team. This is a really nice card to pick up. So Lewis is gonna go right to the top of B tier. The next man up is another rookie safety. That is Kyle Hamilton, 14th pick overall, 97 overall, 95 speed, same acceleration as Lewis. The tackling's better, the Playwreck's better, the pursuit's better, can play man, can play zone, the hit power's there. Only problem with this card, in my opinion, is the speed at this point of the year. If you don't have a Ravens team, there's really no reason to go after Kyle Hamilton. If you have a full Ravens team with full DB strat cards, 99 speed Kyle Hamilton, I'm sure, is really nice. Also a good archetype that I like. And also, 6'4", 220, so a good build. But in my opinion, this card is only really relevant if you have a full Ravens team. Outside of that, I wouldn't even consider Kyle Hamilton, but we're going to throw him down here at low C tier, which is kind of unfortunate, but at this point of the year, speed is what you're looking for. I mean, yeah, the fact that he's 6'4" is cool, but we have a bunch of safeties in this game that are 6'3", 6'2", 6'4", that are much faster, and you don't need a full theme team to run them. So yeah, Kyle Hamilton, low C tier. So next up, we have our first golden ticket on today's tier list, and that is Troy Polamalu, a card, in my opinion, that is overlooked a little bit, going for about 250k. And honestly, if you run like 3-3-5 wide and you want, that safety off the edge, Troy Polamalu is a really good option. Not only because of the impact block and the run stopping stats, but also the fact that he's got 99 power move and 99 finesse move. Yes, his traits aren't, Lawrence Taylor like, but still having that on a safety is super unique. And yeah, he is 5'10", which is a problem in coverage as far as playing over the top. But I feel like I've been using Tyreek Hill, and as a user, I mean, yeah, there's sometimes where you're like, damn, I wish he was taller. But I think in the box, you can definitely use Troy Polamalu. I mean, in a normal Madden where we don't have, a bunch of 6'6", 99 speed, or 6'9", 99 speed receivers running around, Polamalu could probably play over the top. But I think the current wide receiver landscape, you just can't play him over the top, unfortunately. So, yeah, Troy Polamalu, 5'10". I like this card. I think he's still definitely an S tier safety. So we are going to put him up here. I'm going to throw him in front of Ronnie Harrison. He's not better than Sean T and Cam Chancellor, but I do think he is better than Ronnie Harrison. For what he can do, I would definitely say that. Next man up is Landry, and he has really good stats, but unfortunately, this being my tier list, I run a lot of man with my DBs and safeties, so Landry is dropped down a little bit further than what you guys would probably think he would be. But yeah, he's got really good stats, and he's 6', 220, which is good. Like, that's really solid. A good impact block, good COD, all these things, good block shed, 80 power moves, which is really nice. The problem with this card is that he cannot play man coverage, and if you run 6'1" or really put your safeties in any kind of man or match coverage, you cannot use this card. So yeah, for that reason, he's not. I mean, I think if he had like 90 man, he would easily be, you know, a low S tier safety on my tier list. But because he has that 75 man, he will never see my field. That's all I'm gonna say. He'll never see my field, but I still think he's a good option if you run, you know, zone, or if you're gonna play him in the box, or even as a user. I think he's pretty solid. But we're gonna throw him at a low A tier, right behind J-Ron Curse. J-Ron Curse is still super good, by the way. Discounted abilities, all those good things, but we're going to throw LeBron Landry right behind him. The next man up is a card that should have been on the best cards for under 100K video. A lot of you guys did tell me that this card was a monster, and he's definitely like that. However, he does have one hole, and that is the Playwreck. And the fact that even powered up, the Playwreck will not get to a 90 is a little bit scary, but I still like his size and his price and his speed and the fact that he can play man and zone and has good hit power. I do still like that, but yes, just know the Playwreck does scare me a little bit, you know. I will say that, but good block shed, you know, good pursuit, all those things. But yeah, the Playwreck awareness, definitely a slight hole on this card. I'm still gonna throw him up here with like Diablo and Isaiah because of his size and his speed and ability to play man and zone. But yeah, the Playwreck, a little bit of a red flag. So next up, we have pick number 31, Axton Hill, 95 overall with a 97 speed, 98 acceleration. So physically, speed-wise, he's really nice. Also 6', 192. Like, I really liked it on this card. And also 90 man, 92 zone. But just like our man Grant Delpit is under 90 for the Playwreck, and also 92 COD is pretty solid. Lower impact block than what you would kind of want to see. Only 80 block shit, a little bit scary too. But definitely solid in coverage at 6 foot. You know, he's 3 less inches than Grant Delpit, and basically the same speed because these rookie cards don't get power up. So yeah, a 96 speed, you know, normal card with a power up, I do value the same as a 97 speed, you know, rookie card. So we are going to throw our man Axton Hill down here at B tier. Let's throw him right behind Ronnie Lott and right in front of Larry Wilson. Honestly, you could interchange him with any of these guys at the end of this tier list here. I'm not sure why I just switched like that, but you could interchange him with any of the guys at the end here. But I think Daxton's a mid to low B tier safety in this game. So we are now down to our final 4 cards and getting started with Ultimate Legend Ed Reed. And yeah, this card has super good stats, but I've been saying this all year, even before golden tickets came out. I've been saying that discounted abilities are just better than golden tickets. And yes, there are some golden tickets in this game still that are 6'3" or 6'5" that I do put over Ed Reed. But you have the stats, you have the 1 AP Acrobat. If you want to, you could run Film Study for just 2 AP, which is super nice too. The card is 5'11", but honestly, I haven't had a problem with him. I've been using this card since he's come out. In the current meta with all the super tall, you know, receivers and tight ends and all these things, I've been using him since he's come out, and he's played really well for me. I'm animating super well against the run. He's playing really well. Good impact block, good COD. The finesse moves there, the block shed, the pursuit, the press, the hit power. It's all there. So I think Ed Reed, without question, is a top 5 safety currently in Madden 22. So we're going to throw him right up to the top. Is he better than Sean Taylor? No, I wouldn't go that far. I still like Sean Taylor just a little bit more. Kind of does get the same discounted ability that we all really want, which is Acrobat. So I'm going to throw Ed Reed right behind Sean Taylor, but just know both these cards are super, super good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely splitting hairs between these two. So now we have another golden ticket, and that is free safety Jeremy Chinn, 97 speed, 97 acceleration. Gonna have those golden ticket stats in the key slot, the good play rec, the good awareness, the man, the zone, the hit power, the pursuit. 6'3", 221 pounds. Good COD. This card does have, I guess, one slight hole, and that is the impact block. And it could end up being a problem, especially against a lot of these golden ticket receivers that have 99 run block. And, you know, I think it could end up being an issue. It's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm not going to knock him down on the tier list for that reason. But just know if he's not getting off the blocks or he's kind of getting, you know, pushed back a little bit, that is why. Also has the low press as well. But still, this is a 6'3" safety at 221 pounds that can play man, can play zone, and can stop the run. And can even be a user, can really just do everything. So Jeremy Chinn is going right to the top of S tier with surprise to absolutely nobody. But here's the real question. Oh, why do I have, okay, it keeps switching it for some reason, but there's Jeremy Chinn. I think, ooh, this one's kind of tough. Jeremy Chinn or Sean Taylor? The discounted, I think I'm going to basically value Sean Taylor and Jeremy Chinn the same. So Sean Taylor has that discounted acrobat, but Jeremy Chinn, I think, has more complete coverage stats in my opinion, and also he's taller. So I think they kind of, cancel each other out. So I would value Jeremy Chinn and Sean Taylor basically the same on my tier list. Yeah, that's how I feel. I think that discounted acrobat on Sean T is just so insane. But yeah, Jeremy Chinn has some pretty insane stats and his height's pretty crazy. So yeah, that's the final verdict on Jeremy Chinn. Next man up is the golden ticket CJ Gardner Johnson. 98 base speed, really nice. 97 acceleration, the tackling, the Playwreck, the pursuit, the man, the zone, the hit power. 5'11". Is it a red flag? Not really. Like, not really. This card does remind me, I guess, a little bit of like the Ed Reed without discounted abilities. That's kind of what I guess his best comparison would be. So yeah, for that reason I can't put him over Ed Reed, but has a really good stats. These stats are really nice. No real holes on this card. I guess maybe the impact block, kind of the same thing with Jeremy Chinn, but outside of that, no real holes. 99 press for some reason. I don't know, what do people really press their safeties? Do they really do that, or are people playing this card as a slot corner? Because like 99 press on a safety field doesn't make much sense. Even if you're running 6-1, which is, one of the more popular ways that people use their safeties in man coverage, I feel like press, or does press work on zone? Press might work on zone too. I actually don't know about that. I actually don't know. Whenever I think of press, I always just think man coverage for some reason. But I guess press does work in zone as well. But I feel like my safeties are never pressed up on the line of scrimmage like that. I don't know. Who really knows? But CJ Gardner Johnson, either way, is an S tier safety. We're going to throw him right behind Ed Reed and right in front of Troy Polamalu. I guess depending on how you use these cards, you could interchange these two. But for me, I'm going to leave CJ GJ ahead of Troy. And real quick, before we go over the final safety on today's tier list, like I said earlier in the video, this most likely being the final safety tier list of Madden 22. Maybe it won't be if they drop a bunch of power-up expansions, but who really knows? Probably like a 90% chance this is the final one of the year. But yeah, Ted Hendricks is the only safety on here that has yet to come out. So yeah, just know Ted Hendricks, 6'7". As long as they don't cheat his speed, there's no way that whoever made this card really messes it up. So yeah, just know Ted Hendricks will most likely be like up in here. Like he'll be with Cam Chancellor, Jeremy Chinn at 6'7" with crazy speed, as well as with the next guy on this tier list as well. But yeah, if this is the last one and you are looking for where Ted Hendricks is, that is my opinion on the card. As long as the speed is like 97, he should be, easily a top 5 safety in the game. And finally, last but not least, the man who I think is the best safety currently. Actually, I don't think he's the best. I think on this tier list today, he is the best. I would still take Cam Chancellor because of his height, his stats, his special abilities, which make him just so nasty. Also, the fact that he boosts other cards as well is all pretty insane. So yeah, Cam Chancellor, I think is better than this card. But I think on today's tier list, based on all the cards that we've went over today, Mike Evans is the best. 6'5", 97 speed, decent acceleration, but you really don't feel it that much. But good man, good zone, 90 pursuit, decent play rec, good hit power. But the main reason why this card I think plays so well is because of the height, obviously at 6'5". Also good catching stats, 99 impact block, which you do definitely feel out there, and just pretty solid stats across the board. But the main reason why this card is so good is because of the build. Yes, he might not have as good as stats as some of the guys already on today's tier list, but he's 6'5", and that kind of goes back to what I said about Ted Hendricks. As long as he has, 97 speed, his build is going to carry him a pretty good amount. So yeah, Mike Evans is going to go right in front of the Jeremy Chinn, Sean Taylor. It's a situation right there, but those are our top 5 safeties currently in Madden 22. We got Cam Chancellor, Mike Evans, Jeremy Chinn, Sean Taylor, and Ed Reed rounding out our top 5 today. And as always, drop a comment down below if you guys do disagree or agree with the tier list. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And yeah, as always, I will see you boys in the next one.